First serve underway. Anna Bright to Leigh Waters. This is best 3 out of 5. Games to 11. Side out scoring. You must win by 2. Can only win points on your serve. Let's get things going here on center court. What a point, both sides. Ben Johns getting the better end of James Ignatowich. Side out on their side. Leigh Waters will take back the first serve.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Ignatowich testing Johns on the backhand. Second serve will be Ben Johns, still no score.
0-0-2.
Anna Bright going toe-to-toe with Ben Johns, and Bright and Ignatowich look locked in early.
They do. Great start for them just to have some good long points where Bright will not be scared of the best player in the world in front of her. She'll fire away at Ben all day long.
Second serve.
You saw it there, and they had a good opportunity. You have to keep Ben honest, which means they're going to want to go behind him down the line, keep it on the ground so that he doesn't just patrol the middle of the court the entire match. And in pickleball, if you hit a net serve, as long as it clears the kitchen, which is the dark blue part, we reserve it.
Side out.
Ignatowich.
Good swing from Anna Bright there. Just caught the top of the tape.
0-0-1.
Leigh keeps James Ignatowich honest. What a shot.
Yeah, to run around your forehand and then pull the backhand down the line is very tricky. Highest part of the net, executed perfectly from Waters.
Second serve.
Third shot is so important in pickleball. You want that to drop or drive it so the fifth shot you can drop. The receivers have the advantage because the return has to bounce.
Side out.
A point for Anna Bright, the former college tennis player out of UC Berkeley, ranked as high as number 13 in the country. Turned pro in pickleball and soared to the top very fast.
Second serve.
Yeah, even these two just this year, Michelle, when they played in Austin, Bright and Ignatowich were the 7 seed. They're the 2 seed here. That tells you how well they've been playing all year long to keep moving up the rankings.
Point.
Just wide, and Bright and Ignatowich on the board. Explain briefly on the seeding and how that point system looks.
It's similar to tennis. If you're familiar with that, you get points. There's some tournaments that are worth more, and the farther you advance in the draw, the more points you accumulate. And those are a rotating 52 weeks. So as you do better, your ranking moves up and your seeding moves up, and that's huge for which side of the draw you're in against the top players.
What a find for Ignatowich, splits the difference down the middle.
The other thing you'll see in mixed doubles is you see Anna Bright receiving on the left side of the court. She's going to come charging across the court to play the preferred side, the right. And that creates a problem just like that because it'll invite a drive from where you're going. Perfectly done by Ben Johns right there.
Anna Bright was locked in, ready for the speed-up chance. Cross court from Anna Leigh.
Nice adjustment by her. Earlier, she had the same
1-2-1.
ball, and she swung big. That one just a more compact block. Well done by Bright.
Second serve.
Just wide for Bright.
When you're trying to redirect a cross-court shot, you really have to keep the paddle firm, or the spin will push it wide there, and that happened to Anna Bright there.
Point.
James Ignatowich picked off Ben John's cross-court shot. Rarely see Anna Leigh
2-2-2.
exposed in that way down the line.
Side out.
And this third shot for Anna Bright. Briefly explain what the goal of a third shot drop is.
Yeah,
in
the third
pickleball.
shot, you want to just get it to
2-2-1.
land and bounce in the kitchen, so you as the server can get up to the kitchen and then start all the strategy and the dinking, as Ben did right there.
Point.
Unlike tennis, the receiver has the advantage, so you want to hit a deep return so that the third shot's more difficult
3-2-1.
for your opponent because it has to bounce. No serving and volleying here in pickleball.
Ben Johns
Second
overextends his reach. Second serve on their side. Ignatowich and Bright hanging
3-2-2.
right in.
Yeah, very good team.
Ignatowich big in the middle.
Yeah, partners on and off the court are Bright and Ignatowich, so a lot of good
2-3-1.
chemistry there, and they are going to be, they really, really want this, and they think they have an opportunity today to shock the world.
Second serve.
Because Johns and Waters have lost exactly one time all year, Michelle.
They were
2-3-2.
looking a little vulnerable against the Newmans on their way to the championships, trailing 7-5 in the third game. Rallied to win it, of course. That
Side out.
lob not going to work against Ben Johns.
Yeah, just really hard to get that to the right arc when you're on the run.
3-2-1.
That's a ball you want to just drop in the kitchen and play on.
Anna Leigh on the run, and a half Burt on her side.
Yeah, the best poacher in the game. Watch her read it, and most people do not
4-2-1.
like to poach with their backhand, but she loves a running, swinging two-handed ball.
Anna
Second
Bright,
serve.
smart with her placement down the line.
4-2-2. Point. I'm sorry, side out.
A little trickery tried by Ben there to just flick it through there with off pace, but got still a little
2-4-1.
too much of it. You're not trying to hit a whole lot of the ball on that one, but pushed it deep.
Point.
Bright and Ignatowich make it a 1-point game.
And Ben, like all of
3-4-1.
the amateur players, stares at his paddle. It had to be the paddle's fault, Michelle.
Second serve. Timeout servers.
And
3-4-2.
And there's something going on with Ignatowich, right? And Ignatowich is ready to go now.
What a setup, though, by Anna
Yes.
Bright, catching Ben Johns, keeping him honest.
That is a huge part of it, in the disguise of the two-handed
4-4-2.
backhand in the middle. It looks like you're going down the middle, and then you can use your left hand almost like a left-handed forehand to put that behind him.
Okay, and Leigh Waters, we've seen her on both sides. Now that's what we call the earning.
Yeah, so the kitchen is flat that darker blue, and you saw Ben, Ernie on one side, and then later in the rally, Leigh Waters jumps the corner and rallies, and Ernie's on her side for the winner. Well done.
ATP around the post. Ben Johns, best in class at that shot.
Yeah, and perfectly legal, folks. So you can go around the post, and the net gives it a little help to push it wide, and then you want to hit that low like a racquetball shot, and Ben executed that perfectly there. Getting all the trick shots in here back to back.
Point.
Oh, and Leigh just grabs the line.
She said sorry before that ball had even bounced, as Ignatowich was on this one because she'd beaten him down the line before and
6-4-1.
Painted it, and oh, just utter sadness from Ignatowich after that landed.
Point.
So Ben knows that you need to try and keep him honest, so he's reading the paddle face of Anna Bright in front of him, and if he's certain it's coming down the line, he will eliminate a dink down the line. That's a great read by Ben there. Oh, dear.
Second serve.
Unfortunate bounce off the net creates some chaos.
Yeah,
and a paddle clank.
Fortunately, it was just paddle clanks there.
7-4-2.
Oh,
Point.
Great defense by Anna Bright. James Ignatowich set 4.
Time in.
And that's
8,
what
4,
they
2.
do. Game seems close, and then they subtly pull away, and you blink, and the game's over. Still 3 points to go, but well on their way. Well done
Side
by
out.
Anna Bright. Noticed Ben Johns overextended to his right. She pulls him back to his left,
1.
gets him out of position, which doesn't happen often.
No, football on the line. Heel. Second serve.
A lot going on there. A beautiful two-handed backhand roll from Ignatowich, and he looks for the Burt, which is stepping in front of your partner, but took off on the line there, and that is a fault called immediately.
Side out.
That's great hands there. That was a good, what we call shake and bake, when you drive the third shot and then have your partner crash and poach.
8-4-1. Second serve.
There it is on the other side, but a nice volley from Anna Bright kept the ball down. If that pops up at all, that's right into the wheelhouse of Anna Leigh Waters.
Point.
Uh-oh. Little frustration for Anna Bright there.
9-4-2. Point.
Game point for Johns and Waters.
10-4-2. Point game. Switch ins.
What a rally for the 1 seed, trailing by 1 early.
Feet on either side with the kitchen cam. Thanks, crew, for showing that to everybody. So that's why these firefights are fun. You're just 14 feet away from your opponent.
Anna Bright big early, and they need a response. They look good early in game one and just fell apart at the seams.
Very sloppy at the end there, so got to get that level back up to where it was, as you said, at the beginning.
What a finish for Ben Johns down the middle.
Yeah, and there's one of the big differences for tennis fans watching pickleball. You can really hop a tennis ball, because it's rubber, up into the bleachers. Much harder with the Durafast 40 plastic ball that we use to put an overhead away. You got to find an angle.
Ignatowich gets big in the middle. First point goes to their side.
1-0-2.
Second server.
Beautiful fifth shot drop there, meaning the serve. Then he drove the third, got a volley back, and threw it right into the feet of Ben Johns. That's beautiful from Ignatowich.
Oh, Ben Johns. Ignatowich felt he had that point one, and the net bounce went in favor of Ben Johns that time.
Yeah, I like whether it's mixed doubles, men's or women's, when the player who is attacking stays engaged. So I like that he took that ball, just unlucky.
Second serve.
Earning a big smile from Ignatowich there. Great move of his own. So much more lively here after the end of game number one.
Point.
Hannah Bright. Never have to wonder what's running through her mind.
1-2-2.
No, she just talks to us, which is nice.
Point.
Uh-oh. Tough bounce on the serve. No more fierce or committed player than that lady right there. She'll get it back going.
Side out.
That's one you hate to miss for Waters, because you know you're seeing your opponent on the other side having a little bit of a tough spot. You want to give her the ball again and make her hit her way out of it.
Second
Down
serve.
the middle split for Ben Johns. A couple times he's cornered that shot.
Yeah, so if you drop the ball in the middle of the court, you are feeding a forehand for Ben, and he has so many options with that.
Side out.
Long that time. Side out.
Yeah, big swing from Ignatowich in the middle, and then didn't get the paddle up. He thought he had an opening, and Ben closed it quickly. Door was slammed shut.
Point.
And Leigh and Ben force you to play perfect and then some, because of the way that they put the pressure on you.
Yeah, and then your fundamentals fall apart because you are trying to do too much with the basics, and you just cannot afford to do that, and that's a tough mindset shift.
Side out.
Good lead for Anna Bright. Gets the serve right back.
And that's an important skill here in pickleball. Lots of players play balls that are flying out because it's a hitter's game, Michelle. Got to let that go.
Point.
And here's, we talked about on our term, stacking. So you see Anna Bright about to serve here, and Ben Johns will be standing to the side of the court when it switches, and Anna Leigh will be running across.
Second serve.
No vulnerabilities in Ben Johns' game.
3-3-2.
And he just keeps adding.
Yeah, he's added a two-handed backhand for singles.
Point.
So Ignatowich has done a nice job of dropping the ball to the backhand of Ben Johnson. Has forced a couple mistakes, so we'll see if he continues to go to that.
Pulls the trigger first, earns the pop-up chance for James Ignatowich, who buries it.
Inspiration for so many at 16, and kids even go as her for Halloween, and that'll just keep growing and growing. And right on cue, the big two-handed backhand. A nice job of calling time out there and just settling down. You saw the momentum from Bright and Ignatowich.
That was the road to gold for Waters and Johns. Went 3 with Frazier and Brasha, and then 3 with the Newmans. The Seattle natives almost punched their ticket through.
Oh, they wanted it.
Sunday.
They were up 7-5 in the third, too, Michelle. All the locals were like, yes, this is going to be it, but couldn't close the deal.
Side out.
Leigh Waters also named Forbes 30 under 30 class of 2022. After
5-3-1.
eclipsing 4 PPA Triple Crowns, now has 16. An impressive journey it's been for her.
Second serve.
Yeah, it has, and that's a no-joke list with players like MVP of the NBA, Joel Embiid, so well-deserved.
She also could have went pro in soccer already before the age of 12, had to make a decision of which sport she wanted to play, chose pickleball. It's turned out nicely.
Yeah, that was a good choice. And it's actually helped her. We've got a few players that had a lot of soccer in their background, and the movement we've seen on those flying poaches, that short lateral quickness is critical in pickleball. So don't got to just play one sport, play a bunch, kids.
That's a big point for James Ignatowich.
Yeah, great setup from Anna Bright, rolling the ball and getting Leigh Waters off balance.
What a point. James Ignatowich putting pressure on Leigh, keeping her deep and out of play.
5-3-1.
Yeah, Anna Bright hanging out on the side of the court looking for opportunities. Oh no, same guy.
And he does that. Former tennis player out of Vanderbilt. A couple of D1 tennis players, Bright and Ignatowich.
Point.
And those Ignatowich feet, you'll see them moving all match long.
Never miss calf day if you're James Ignatowich.
No, leg day has new meaning for somebody that's got that moving, and sometimes we want a different ball, so we're going to have a little egg hunt here.
Oh, we have some time. Ignatowich and Bright both taken in the first round of Major League Pickleball. Bright was selected ahead of Ignatowich. How about that for bragging rights in the household?
She's got that for sure, and well deserved. And as we talked about, just their rapid ascent this year from a 7 seed to a 2 seed and right up at the top of our sport.
Beautiful finish from Ben Johns.
Yeah, they dug themselves out of a problem there, but again, it is so critical during those exchanges at the kitchen line when you are dinking to get the ball to bounce, and that's why it has to be so shallow to the net, which you can really see on the kitchen cam.
Second serve. Three, 6-2.
Patient point.
Point.
That's a shot Ignatowich typically loves on his two-handed backhand.
Yeah, and it's a differentiator in mix because a lot of the male players don't have a weapon on the two-handed backhand like he does that can roll it and keep a guy honest from the other side of the court. He certainly has that. So
6-4-1.
Can they finish strong? They've started strong 2 games in a row.
Point.
Hannah Bright.
And the key to the ATP is to let the ball travel to give you the opening, and then you've got to carve that ball around there with a little side spin. Perfectly done by Anna Bright.
Point. Eight, 4-1.
Oh, and Leigh Waters, so good. I love the fearlessness. Doesn't back away, guy or girl, doesn't matter.
Does not matter. Huge swing, a few feet off of the kitchen line.
Side out. Four, 8-1. Second serve.
Anna Bright responding right at the body of Ben Johns.
And again, ready with a little more compact, filling the middle of the court. Folks say that only forehands fill the middle. That is untrue.
Oh. Anna Bright called it wide. Didn't matter. James wanted to bury that one in highlight fashion.
Yeah, James gets an ATP on one side, and he's like, no, no, no. I am on ESPN. I'm going to get a Burt winner at a ridiculous angle. Get out the protractor. Well done, Ignatowich.
8-4-1. Point.
A 5-point gap now for the 2 seed. What's been the difference maker?
9-4-1.
They've maintained their high level of play throughout the game. They put the ball on the backhand of Ben Johns with the 3rd and 5th shots.
Second serve.
And Ignatowich has been a force in the middle, and when given an opportunity, Anna Bright has made them. She didn't in game 1. After outrageous defense by that lady right there, and then the easiest ball she had in the rally was just a little forehand roll dink to get it back to even, and left it up and then had to put the hands on the head. We've all done it.
Oh.
Second serve.
Sat up on the net for a picture and then fell back on the top seed side.
4-9-2. Side out.
And you see when they're switching, James Ignatowich literally straddles the middle of the court and dares you to go back behind him and gets a mistake. So that's really smart positioning by him of protecting Anna Bright running across court.
Serve.
Same guy again. 2 missed serves here in this game.
You have to find that balance, right? Staying aggressive, but keeping the one thing you can control in pickleball, which is the serve.
Yeah, and the score is 9-4, just to make sure everyone is
4-9-1.
4-9-1, which means Anna Leigh is the first serve on her side. You're wondering what that third number is. You're new to pickleball. That's a big point. James Ignatowich, so good.
4-9-2.
Just a dominant point from Leigh Waters and Ben John, switching sides, showing their versatility.
And then a beautiful inside out. You really have to pronate your wrist to get that angle on a forehand on the opposite side of your body. That's impressive from Leigh Waters.
Point.
Careful time. They're having a discussion. Should we call timeout?
Timeout receiver,
and the
6-9-2.
answer is yes. He has really changed and elevated the play of everyone around him because he is never stopping working on his game.
That's what we call a firefight. Ignatowich coming away with the better end of that point.
So there was debate about whether we're calling timeout or not. Good decision.
9-6-1.
And a great job by Ignatowich of putting that vice grip on your opponent. You can put 2 against 1 over there.
Second serve.
Wow, a just beautiful third shot drop on the two-handed backhand, and Ignatowich was in a great position to get them to 10 there, and then misses the dink to follow it up.
Goodbye. That one's gone.
So stuck on 9 again. Can't get to 10.
Six, 9-1.
What a point. Ignatowich, now he just needs to find that when they have the serve to get off this 9.
I know, because you can feel like you're playing great, but it's if it's always when you're receiving, you look up at the scoreboard and nothing good has come of it. And there's that same partner protection. That was a dangerously short return, but they got a miss from Johns.
9-6-1.
Now can Ignatowich get big and accumulate some points here on their serve?
Second serve.
Same exact thing. Gorgeous third with the two-handed backhand. Last time he missed the 5th with the forehand. Again, that's just the order of shots.
9-6-2.
Got to get this in.
Side out.
And way too high. And you notice he's getting all the returns because they know that Anna Bright is a more reliable third shot dropper, and Ignatowich can poach off those good third shots.
And then he does that.
I mean, he almost put a hole in the towel box over there. My goodness.
6-9-2.
Oh, just a bit too high. Ben Johns all over it. Good defense from Bright before that.
Yep, Leigh Waters started that with a nice attack down the line. Again, if your dinks sit up close to the net height, you can attack those.
Side out.
Ben loves to come flying in with that one-handed backhand. All right, they're still at 9, Michelle. Can they find something here?
9-7-1.
See if the returns continue to go to Ignatowich.
Anna Bright turns offense on some great defense. They're finally off of 9 and game point on their side.
Yeah, and a little miscommunication on the other side of the court, which you don't see very often from Johns and Waters.
10-7-1.
Sneak attack from Ben Johns.
Sorry, second serve.
Second serve is Anna Bright. They've got another chance to close out this game. Otherwise, side out goes to the 1 seed. All right, Anna Bright and Ignatowich find a way to take game 2. And they did so in fairly dominant fashion, getting the fans on their feet.
And that's why we have a split. We're going to play at least 4. And when these teams played together last time, it did go 4.
Point.
It wasn't too long ago that Anna Bright first discovered pickleball, and she declared that she would turn pro and become one of the best females on tour, and did exactly that. Oh my gosh, that backhand from Ignatowich, not enough against Ben Johns.
Yeah, and that was a great example of the difference between tennis and pickleball, to be able to hit a backhand that hard off of an overhead. This one right here, and what an angle.
It was an overhead backhand,
yeah,
essentially, from the baseline. Oh, and that's the one he misses. What a point, both sides. Great defense from Anna Bright. Ben Johns, nothing phases him.
I mean, on the Ernie, that point is usually over. What hands from Ben Johns.
2-1-1.
Anna Bright acknowledging return wasn't good enough to her partner.
Point.
And when you reset the ball like Anna Bright did before, you're trying to keep it down so that it doesn't become attackable. And Anna Leigh Waters just jumped on that one. And here you see a little strategy change, and it worked out. Anna Bright wasn't able to get good returns, so she didn't like running across the court and getting them in trouble, so she stayed. We'll see what they do here. Let's stay again.
Ooh. Waters and Johns pulling away here, up 3. Tough server to stop.
4-1-2.
Yeah, we'll see if they switch to their preferred side here or not. They do not.
Side out.
But they get a miss from Ben in transition, so that was a scary little section where that could have gotten worse.
1-4-1. Point.
And Anna Leigh knows you have to angle that off, but went for a little too much there.
2-4-1.
Oh, what a sequence for Ignatowich, showing off that two-handed backhand moments ago.
Yeah, and that's what makes him deadly, and then very patient with the last one. Let your opponents run to a corner and then find an open spot. He did that perfectly, didn't overhit it.
Ignatowich playing defense. Protecting his face on that one. Couldn't get out of the way.
Why do you keep yelling out at me? But when it's on you that quick, sometimes you just can't get out of the way. It's a big man, a lot to protect there, and they were still able to rally and tie this back up.
4-4-1.
And the two-handed backhand is a factor here because it gets Ben Johns lunging out of the middle of the court.
Second serve.
Ignatowich can't believe he missed it.
Got a drive that was up, but he ran through it. If he stopped, that's going to be punished.
4-4-2. Side out.
Bad luck for Bright there. That ball would have been money if it hadn't clipped off the tape.
Second serve.
The other thing the two-handed backhand does is it gives you the torque of that full rotation in the left hand driving through. And in pickleball, you want to get that ball down at the feet of your opponent. And Ignatowich did that perfectly right there.
Point.
What a drop from Leigh Waters, using that kitchen to her advantage, and a 1-point lead
5-4-2.
for the 1 seed.
Point.
Oh.
No. Hit the post. Point.
No, that is not a backboard that you can play it off of, the net post here. So the crowd was like, oh my gosh, that's the greatest shot I've ever seen.
6-4-2.
That back and forth between those two, because it was Ignatowich that actually introduced those two to the game of pickleball. And we apologize to the Ignatowich family for putting up a graphic talking nicely about him, and then he dumps a return.
Waters with the fadeaway Ernie. Just a touch of a shot and perfectly landing right in the baseline.
8-4-2. Point.
Net bounce goes in favor of Waters.
Yeah, that Ernie shot you saw is named after Ernie Perry, one of the
9-4-2.
legends of the game.
Point.
And this, unfortunately, looks a lot like game one.
10-4-2.
Biggest national championship event ever. Ben Johns looking to close out game 3. And then he will.
Switch in.
And a break, squawking to Ignatowich, hitting a couple of outballs there, but Ben Johns, the best to ever do it.
House. Yeah. He's not doing that anymore.
Materials science and engineering background, then he designed his own paddle,
which you can get at Pickleball Central. It's come full circle.
It's a great paddle.
Yeah, you're using the Perseus now.
1-0-2.
Playing well.
Thanks, Ben Johns.
Side out.
Wide for Ben Johns.
So what will be the response here from Bright and Ignatowich? Loved the response in game 2, and they were able to sustain it. Can it happen a second time?
That's a good shot for Ignatowich. That two-hander once again. Tie game. And it's difficult to sustain against Leigh and Ben because they make life challenging for you every single point you play.
Second serve.
Oh, the dreaded HTP. We have the around the post. That one hit the post. Just didn't travel far enough off the net cord, and that was literally the only shot left for Anna Bright, just couldn't curl it around.
Anna Bright almost cracked into Mark Thomas, our lead
Yes.
referee there on the side. Vicky Ryan and Carol Manifold also on the referee staff for this championship Sunday mixed doubles final.
Very clean match so far, no challenges.
Second
and
serve.
Johns read it. Just caught the top of the tape. One hold down, one to go for Ignatowich and Anna Bright.
Point.
So every time there's a dink that bounces up, Leigh Waters is absolutely clobbering it cross court. But the change she has made is she's going for the right hip of Anna Bright, not the left, which would be her two-handed backhand. So nice adjustment with the placement. And that's how precise these players are.
Point.
You gotta stop the run early if you're Ignatowich and Bright.
3-1-2.
Johns and Waters off to an early 2-point lead.
Point.
Make that 3.
Timeout
Very
receiver.
short return
4-1-2.
from Anna Bright, and she's frustrated with how this has started.
The mixed doubles division.
Time in.
This is the first
4-1-2.
of 5 matches total
Side
we
out.
have today in each division.
And you feel like you're the smartest, most strategic player in the world when you call timeout and they miss a serve on the other side. So can they build and use that?
Second serve.
That's a tough one to surrender. Ignatowich getting in trouble with those active feet.
Yep, drag the left foot across there, and that is Mark Thomas's goal, to watch those feet. He's probably, his eyes are probably popping out watching James Ignatowich's feet all match long.
Oh, what a battle from Bright. Ben Johns gets the better end of that one. She almost had him on that backhand down the line.
And that's the problem, the word almost.
Yeah. Serve back on the side of Waters and Johns. 2 tries to widen the gap.
4-1-2. Side out.
Quick side out, and then an opportunity here for Ignatowich and Bright.
Yeah, you don't usually just get to hit 2 returns and get the ball back, so big opportunity. They got a missed serve out of the timeout, 2 missed thirds. This is when to go.
What defense from Anna Bright, bailing herself out of the lob that was read through by Waters.
And then Waters tried a little short angle drop on the volley and came up well short.
Point.
And Leigh Waters is marching to her
receivers,
bench after that miss.
Have nearly tied it here in game 4. It's now or never for Bright and Ignatowich. You need to win this to extend the match to 5. Oh.
Second serve.
One more try for Ignatowich and Bright to tie it.
3-4-2. Side out.
Ooh, and a missed serve will stifle the momentum for now. Serve back to the 1 seed.
4-3-1.
What a lob from Anna Leigh over the left shoulder of Anna Bright.
That is the target, perfectly executed. A little top spin to keep it in play, keep it away from the big swing of Ignatowich. And the disguise, it looks like the dinks.
Point.
Ben Johns and Anna Leigh Waters are 20-0 together in PPA mixed doubles finals.
6-3-1.
You got to get them before Sunday is what that tells you.
Their odds are, yeah, and even if you do before Sunday, your odds are still not great.
No, but at least they're, so you're saying there's a chance if we play them on Friday. Now back to Bright on the left here.
Side out.
Anna Leigh Waters sends it wide.
Referee timeout.
Ignatowich and Bright get the serve.
There's the paperwork. It's been done. It's the official sport of the state of Washington.
That's right. First time the Carvana PPA Tour making a stop here as well. Fitting touch to the season. We reach beyond the midway point. Still 10 events left as we make our way across the country, coast to coast.
Yeah, and the other cool part about these environments is there's 1,000 amateurs playing on the other courts, so you can play yours at your skill and age level and then come see the best in the world at every one of these tour stops.
Oh, big finish for Ignatowich, set up from the effort of Anna Bright.
And you see they chose not to switch and stack, but to hold their position. They'll do that again here, so Anna Bright will stay on the left side.
Side out.
And able to get that fourth volley just far enough away from Anna Leigh Waters, so smart placement there. And when you serve, you can really set yourself up for where you want to be. So they're going to stick with this. Try and change it up and keep the momentum going.
Ben Johns big at the kitchen.
And there's some guys that would not want to do this at all because they don't have an aggressive two-handed backhand in the middle. And
3-6-2.
they are now going to go back to what got them a big win in game 2, which is Ignatowich on the left.
Side out.
And when you see a team switching back and forth, you like that because you know they're not sure what they want to do, and you need to just keep doing your thing if you're Waters and Johns.
That's a big response for Ignatowich.
Wow. And he about took Anna Bright's hand off with one of the most aggressive high fives ever. Settle, settle.
6-3-2. Point.
After that match we talked about earlier in the quarterfinals, he about chest bumped Anna Bright to the ground with his enthusiasm. So got to work on our celebrations over there.
Oh, Anna Leigh Waters, how'd she even get a paddle on it in the extreme angle of Ignatowich? And despite having a 4-point lead, you'd think Waters is trailing by her body language.
Yeah, she expects to make everything. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Michelle.
Love the competitive nature of the 16-year-old. Into the net that time for Ignatowich. One more try for Bright.
Great volley from Ben Johns. They're able to take a dipping third shot and volley it deep into the corner.
Oh, well wide that time. Looked like Ben Johns might have played an out ball on his side.
And then to even it up, Anna Bright played one for sure.
And then solidifying the out balls, which had the final say. Too big of an opportunity. Oh, fadeaway finish, inside out volley for Anna Leigh Waters.
Timeout receiver. Time in. 8-3-1.
Ben Johns, the first server. Ignatowich and Bright have the side out too. There's one. James Ignatowich Big response out of the timeout. Now they need one more.
8-3-2.
Got to hold off Leigh. Rising to the occasion now. 2 chances to serve and score some points on their side. They've got to push.
Yeah, and Ignatowich is sprinting back to serve. Doesn't want to get caught in the wave.
Second serve.
Just wide for Anna Bright. One more try to get some points on Anna Bright's serve.
3-8-2.
Oh, what a play from Ben Johns, an impossible angle.
And gets the paddle clap from Anna Bright there. That's just too good because James Ignatowich hit 3 fantastic shots before that and then just ran out of real estate.
Point. Nine, 3-1.
Ooh.
Second serve.
Rare miss from Ben Johns. Second server.
Such a good volley from Anna Bright. That was a nasty roll from Leigh Waters.
Okay, the 2 seed showing life, down 6. 2 tries on their serve after a big side out there. They need to start accumulating points. And miss serve is a way to deflate any bit of momentum you just gained. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Anna Bright, 1 more try. There it is. Oop.
What did that hit?
Wow.
So it hit his hand, and your hand is part of the paddle. You'll see it right here as Ben gets hit on the hand, and that's perfectly legal. Above the wrist in the forearm is not. So play on there. Nice composure by Bright and Ignatowich.
Ben Johns goes right at Anna Bright, causes the pop-up chance and gets the serve back on his side. 2 points away from a title.
9-4-1. Second serve.
1 hold down, 1 to go for the 2 seed. Still alive. Not much time left.
Point.
Oh no.
Another deflating miss for Ignatowich means match point.
Side out.
Championship point saved by Ignatowich and Anna Bright. 2 more tries. It's now or never.
4-10-1.
Anna Bright forcing the issue. They get 1.
5-10-1.
Oh, Bright goes for the backhand of Johns, just wide. Ignatowich, the second server, 1 last try.
5-10-2. Point.
Down 4.
6-10-2.
Oh.
Side out.
After a beautiful reset from James Ignatowich. Not enough. Ben Johns too powerful. Championship point returns. 2 service tries. Leigh Waters up first.
Hey, bud. Here we go. 10-6-1. Point game match.
Leigh Waters will end things on her terms. An 11-6 finish. 5th straight title.